Hello YouTube. I am here today in downtown DC again, testing Verizon Wireless network, and I have come across the millimeter wave node, but it's not on a pole in the middle of this intersection that I'm near. It is literally mounted on the cell tower, and I'm gonna show you the speeds, showing you why it's mounted on the cell tower versus being mounted on a pole. So being on the pole, you can access more data, but being mounted on the cell tower itself, you still get high speed, but you don't get as high of a speed than you would if it was closer. So right now, it's showing Verizon's 4G plus 5G LTE, and this is the anchor network for the 5G, which is using the 1900 megahertz spectrum. And so you can get a good idea of where I'm at. Pull up Cell Mapper and the map. This is roughly about where we are. And there's a cell tower probably off to my right hand side at my 2 o'clock, and we're connected to band 2 LTE. The anchor is that's 1900 megahertz, but there is ultra wideband in this same exact spot, so it's probably coming off this tower that's close to me. So we're gonna first do a speed test. Run, and that is nice speeds coming off that tower. They don't have their C-band, which is their mid-range frequency, deployed yet, so this has to be all millimeter wave. So 858 down, 87 up, 13 millisecond ping. Now, speed test, and go. So, what do we got? 2.3 gigs per second. Very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. 2.4 gigs in this area, and understand this area gets jam-packed full of people. I have done a speed test recently before this came in, and Verizon was struggling. So you're looking at massive difference in what's going on. Now we do fast. Fast.com, 340 megabits per second. Very impressive. These are the speeds that I am seeing in Washington, D.C. right now. So just to give you an idea. And then our last test will be imperv and launch. What do we have? Over a gig per second. 1900 megabits per second. Currently right now. That maxed at 19 and upload maxed at 17.6. It's doing the browsing test. There should be no issues doing browsing tests on 1.5 gigs per second. Wikipedia now is doing the streaming. 360p first. No buffering. 720p, no buffering. Well, it's buffering a little bit, but nowhere in the world is going to catch up with it. And 1080p. Hardly no buffering. And the results: 1.9 gigs, 17 upload, a 60 millisecond ping, browsing and streaming, no problem using the millimeter wave on this network. This is my rendition on what millimeter wave is used for in Washington, D.C. This large area has millimeter wave running through it right now. I'm looking forward to doing a versus comparison between T-Mobile and AT&T off this same intersection. So stay tuned. If this video helped you, give it a like, share it with the people you know, and have a good day.